Welcome back to Pass The Baton. This is your weekend roundup from the World Athletics Championships in Tokyo for 2025. Well, day one set the stage in incredible fashion. From early morning race walks to a packed evening on finals, we already have our first world champions. There was drama in the shot put. The night really did belong to Ryan Krauser. After a year sidelined with injuries, the Olympic legend returned just for the World Championships to take his third world title in the shot put with a 22.34 meter throw, with Munoz from Mexico throwing a lifetime best and a national record for silver, while Fabri from Italy edged Tom Walsh for bronze on countback. There was also shock in the women's 1500 metres, which saw Faith Kipyegon sail into the semis, but British legend Laura Muir running an aggressive round one, but sinking to 8th place, missing out on qualification. It was an emotional post-race interview where she seemed puzzled by just what had happened, finishing in 4:06, while vice versa, O'Sullivan, Sonia O'Sullivan's daughter, dived over the finish line in dramatic fashion to claim the final qualification spot over the very experienced Guerrero. Chebet struck back for gold in the women's 10,000 metres. That's right, Olympic champion Beatrice Chebet delivered once again. She timed that devastating kick perfectly to win her first world title, clocking 30:37:61 ahead of Italy's Battacletti, who took silver in a national record, while Sagai had to settle for bronze. USA's relay power was demonstrated in the 4x400, USA defending their crown in style, equaling the championship record, whilst Femke Bol anchored the Netherlands to silver, with Belgium taking the bronze medal. GB managing 5th, missing out by 0.23 seconds on those podium spots. Elsewhere, the sprints and middle distances really set the stage for the following day of the weekend. Noah Lyles, Kishane Thompson and Tobago all looking smooth in their heats. Sha'Carri Richardson, Sharika Jackson, Julian Alfred and Daryl Neita all advancing comfortably in the women's 100 metres. Now, Faith Kipyegon looked sharp in the 1500 metre heat, and El Bakali, Germa and Geordie Beamish all survived drama in the men's steeplechase. Moving on to day two in Tokyo, this was nothing short of a historic day. 6 champions crowned, all first-time world gold medalists, and a packed stadium of 57,000 fans. Quite different to the Olympic Games during the pandemic. First up, let's talk about the sprints. We had the 100-metre finals, and Melissa Jefferson-Wooden produced one of the greatest 100-metre performances in championship history, a 10.61 championship record, the fastest at a global meet ever, the 4th fastest time ever. She won by 0.15 seconds. That's the second largest margin in World Championship history. Tina Clayton taking a PB in 10.76 for silver, and Julian Alfred taking the bronze in 10.84. Shelly-Ann Fraser also said goodbye. Oblique Seville, my man, I said would win it, took the men's in 9.77, with Kishane Thompson completing that Jamaican 1-2 in 9.82, and then Noah Lyles bringing it in for bronze. The big shock being Tobago just getting disqualified, but he walked off like a real gentleman for the false start. Then we had the women's marathon. Now, Perez Jepchirchir once again proved unbeatable on the Japanese roads. The Olympic champion from 2021 and the New York winner last year edged Ethiopia's Tigist Assefa in another sprint finish. 2:24:43 compared to 2:24:45 after all that distance. Whilst Julia Paternain made history with bronze for Uruguay, their first ever global medal at the World Championships. The Uruguayan, born in Mexico, a student in the UK, actually raced as a British junior, stunned herself at the finish line. She looked like she quite wasn't aware of what had happened and what medal she was walking away with. Over in the throws, Valerie Allman finally has her world gold to go alongside her Olympic titles. A monster 69.48 sealed it. She actually led right from the start as well. And then over in the long jump, Tara Davis-Woodall jumped 7.13 to win her first outdoor world title. Mahambo, ever consistent, silver with 6.99. And a surprise bronze for Linares of Colombia. Then over in the men's 10,000 metres, it produced its own shock. Jimmy Gressier of France pulled off one of the shocks of the championships. In a slow, tactical race, he outkicked Ethiopia's Jepchirchir to win in 28.55. Sweden's Allman managed bronze, and a reminder that tactics, not just times, win medals. There was also a weather alert actually deemed at this point severe due to the heat and humidity, and athletes were taking on fluids every single lap of the 10,000 metres, something quite unusual to be done. We saw more qualification drama. Jakob Ingebrigtsen's struggles continued out in the heats of the 1500 metres, just like Laura Muir in the women's. But in the 400 metre rounds, USA's Patterson and Eid Nasser also looked blistering to move through. There was drama from Canada's Rogers, who dominated in qualifying, but the 2022 champion, Brooke Anderson, recorded a no valid throw. So more drama all taking place in qualifications there. All in all, what a day. 6 new champions, record crowds, shocks across the board. Tomorrow, day 3, brings the finals in the men's pole vault, so look out for Mondo Duplantis, women's hammer, men's steeplechase, and the women's 100-metre hurdles. You do not want to miss it. And remember, right here, hit subscribe, join me for Pass the Baton, because I will be summarising and providing the analysis for every single day of these World Championships. Until next time, bye-bye.